All right, we're live. Thank you for joining the Untitled Studios podcast number 3. I'm Stabby, hosting for today. With me are
Class again. I know.
Engelhardt.
All right, excellent. So we decided to start off with yet another sales pitch.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you can see it on screen. The IO Press. Lead developers, Classhole, and Skittles Stabby Pants.
They're at it again.
We think this might actually be a better business proposal than the Dead Puppy post service.
Oh yeah, this is definitely an improvement, I'd say. So here's our mission statement. We've all seen it. Women walking around as if they were equal to men. Clearly, as men, we cannot allow this to continue. Now, so far, our plan to subjugate and oppress all women has been successful, but fourth-wave feminism is halting our progress. This seems like an insurmountable object, but lucky for you, there is a new and improved iOpress application.
Oh yeah, this is definitely good. This miracle of modern machinery combines technology and electronic wizardry in one small package. This small wonder of modern marvel combines our newest and most effective techniques for the oppression of the weaker sex with the technology to put clear instructions and examples at your fingertips.
And in the back, that is indeed Alabama Man.
Alabama Man.
Alabama Man. Oh yeah.
Shut up, bitch.
A true hero of the men's rights movement.
Oh, absolutely. Number one women's rights activist.
So what exactly can iOpress do for you? So with iOpress, you can learn and practice secret industry techniques such as relying on masculine advantage of size and proximity to utilize socially normative and closed spaces to intimidate women without technically breaking the unfair patriarchal rules. Exercising ingrained subconscious masculinized perversions of sexuality to temporarily subvert the common sense of innocent women to obtain the consent that otherwise would not have been given. And we have utilizing the reduction of women's reproductive rights to time fetal assaults to prevent the independent career movements. The subtle art of using ingrained fear of the patriarchy to subconsciously put women in their place, and included in this is also slut shaming, fat shaming, and victim blaming. And in the back, you can see the ecumenical patriarch using our app.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely have full church backing for that. Absolutely.
Yeah, really.
We can't move forward without the church's agreement.
For some reason, his iPod is flipped backwards. I'm just noticing that now.
No, he's presenting to the school.
That's his culture.
Oh yeah.
Don't oppress him.
But ain't that gay? No, it isn't. Not only does our product contain much more detailed directions on all these techniques, it also contains explicit directions on how to practice these tools with other men in a way that will not threaten your heteronormative sensibilities.
It's very important. I feel to every man.
Take it away, Stabby.
My masculinity is questioned almost every day, so I can't tell you how much that's going to help me out.
All right, pricing and distribution. Development will be funded by both investors and Kickstarter donations. The final product will come in the form of an Apple product app and a Droid app. We make no exclusivities in order to provide as much service to as many men as possible. We will enforce a strict men-only policy for purchasers to maintain the integrity and functionality of our product. Only naturally born males who are still male will be allowed to purchase our product.
Very important.
All of our products are made in the USA. We support American workers and jobs proudly.
By outsourcing to China.
Mm-hmm.
No. Fully made in the USA.
And the process for proving that you're a man is, very unobtrusive.
Oh, no. It's a full body scan.
Oh, it's very intrusive.
Yeah, as intrusive as possible. Without
manly,
but necessary.
A true man could stand up to it.
It is at this point.
Patriarchy.gov. God damn it! I wanted to keep it straight, but that's. Oh man, you win.
So it's at this point that we're going to be taking any questions you might have about the project,
Oh, for
as
the
well as
love
any pledges.
That's amazing. Good job, sir. Good job.
Are there any plans to incorporate your previous business model of dead puppies into the current one? For instance, can I send dead puppies to women to keep them down?
Most definitely. If that's the message you want to send with your dead puppy delivery, then go ahead and do that.
Excellent.
This is America. Who am I to tell you no?
Inadvertently stumbled on to what we were going to add to the app. We were actually going to include as an advertising secondary a functionality in the app that will actually send you to other businesses that we approve of, and that was definitely going to be top of the list.
I'm already a premium member, so please tell me more.
So anyway, you can contact me at outtogetoutapatriarchy.gov, and you can contact Stabby at killallwomen@patriarchy.gov, as you can see. Business inquiries only, except pleasure inquiries. We also take those.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
That's it. The end.
Get the fuck out.
Oh, man, that gets me so good. That email address. I don't know why that was so funny to me, but that really worked.
I think we're on to something, fellas. I think the internet is going to be changed after today.
Hey, we have almost 0 viewers.
Oh, cool. That's funny because we were just talking to like one of our viewers, the only one actually.
I know.
He surprisingly hasn't shown up yet. Maybe we got to nudge him.
In other words, get outside his house.
In a totally non-gay way.
Oh yeah, definitely. Wouldn't want to. Yeah. So anyway, I have a story.
Excellent, sir. Oh, I should probably turn off your. Are you going to screen share it?
Yeah, I'm going to share.
Okay.
Well, anyway, with all this talk of Gamergate and sexism in video games and stuff, there was an article in The Guardian about how video games actually don't cause violence, contrary to BS laboratory studies. So basically what the researchers did was they looked at the rates of violent video games and how they were produced and, their numbers throughout the years, and then they compared them to violent crime statistics, and there was absolutely no correlation between the two.
If anything, there was a drop in youth violence.
Yeah. Yep, that's what they said. And there was a moderate correlation in some years with violent movies, so I don't know, maybe movies affect us differently, but there was absolutely...
Well, I think overall, though, the trend is downward as opposed to upward. So one year an aberration doesn't really make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! Awkward silence.
It's like, well, this pops up every once in a while. Like somebody's gonna shit on gaming for a little while.
Video games are just the newest target for this is what causes people to be violent. It used to be, TV and movies, and before that, the kids were dancing, and it's like, there's always this thing that the old people are like, oh, that's causing our society to go downhill.
No, absolutely, yeah.
Violence existed before movies, before video games. Violence is just part of human nature, unfortunately.
What are you talking about? I always want to put my foot up somebody's ass after I've been dancing for a while.
We've been dancing for a while, you're like, fuck it, let's kill some mofos. Let's kill them!
Yeah, so anyway, what's the studies, the other thing that they said, the researchers, was that the studies that led people to think that video games might have caused violence were all done in a laboratory, so it was all done in the short term. There was no long-term outlook on anything. They just concluded that, they showed this behavior right after they finished playing video games, and from there people just took it to mean that this is, forever, this is always. This is a permanent change in their state of mind, which is untrue. Oh, it's like giving someone $1 and making them, happy for a few minutes, and thinking that concluding from there that, $1 is going to make someone happy for the rest of their lives, which is ridiculous.
Now, if it was like, $2 million, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that could do it.
Happy with $2 million. I think that would drastically change my lifestyle. No, here's an interesting thing. So, there was a guy a while ago on the TED Talks X, which is not the same as TED Talks. Basically, TED Talks sold the fuck out, and basically for a small fee, you can host your own TED Talks X. I guess is what it is. And so, like, anybody can. They don't have to actually do science. There's no science involved.
Yeah.
But there was a guy who did this whole presentation on why he stopped watching pornography.
And by the way, he was Eastern European, so keep that in mind.
But his thing was, and here was the logic that he used to come to the conclusion that pornography negatively affects people. He was watching a karaoke contest on the television for about 20 minutes. He got bored of it, and he went and took a shower. While he was taking the shower, he started to think about what kind of song he would sing if he were on that show. So clearly, 20 minutes was able to affect him enough that he started to envision himself on the show, even though he has no real musical talent or interest.
Did he use his penis as a microphone, or where's the connection?
One can only hope. He was a pretty sexy dude. That might might make a hot porn video for some people out there.
Yeah, I'm only surprised that Eastern European shower. I thought that was it must have been that time of the year or something. I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, sir. That's not going to get us in trouble.
Eastern European.
Wait. We don't have any. We don't have an audience. Never mind. Who gives a fuck? Well, we have one viewer technically, but that's actually me, which I don't know why that would count. I just wanted to see if comments popped up.
Well, we have Nish. I don't think
maybe he decided to book. Yeah, who knows? He could have joined into the goddamn thing. He could be doing the hangout, sir.
Come on in. It's a revolving door.
He'd rather watch.
But the problem is,
from afar.
The human brain works in a very specific way. That it has started. It works this way because of evolution, and essentially, like, the brain sees situations that cause distress, and then tries to imagine how it would handle that situation. And that's one of the reasons why we're at the top of the food chain, is because you see another person get eaten by a lion, you start to think, well, fuck, what would I do not to get eaten by the lion?
Yeah.
Well, we've gone from worrying about getting eaten by lions to fucking television programs in like a little under 200 years. It's not very long on an evolutionary standpoint. So when you see some poor sap making a fucking ass out of themselves on a TV show, your brain starts to think, well, how would I handle being on that TV show in that stressful situation? And how would I handle it so that I wasn't making a fool out of myself?
Or you go, I would never be on that fucking TV show because I'm not retarded.
Either way. But that's part of the way the human brain works. And if this dude had any real education in psychology whatsoever, that would have been painfully obvious that that's how that works. Like, there's no correlation between that and watching pornography and suddenly becoming... There was some other real weird shit that he started to draw correlations to.
I was watching porn and I was like, what if I was fucking a girl?
No. It gets way creepier than that. He starts going on about, if you are watching a woman being raped and you are getting aroused, it is sexual. If you are watching a woman or a child being beaten or abused and you are becoming aroused, it is sexual. And what this makes me think is, we really need to see this dude's search history.
This guy needs counseling.
There might be a warrant out for his arrest.
This is not normal.
Watching child porn?
It's a good thing they don't have computers in Eastern Europe.
That's true.
Relentless Eastern Europe.
And all their computers are dirty because they never shower.
Yeah, I know. I have yet to shower my computer. I feel really.
My computer's really dirty.
I shower mine all the time. I don't know why I keep having all these technical issues.
I don't know if golden showers count, class.
Gold plated. That's how it was.
Has gold in its grill.
Oh, goddamn. That guy was such a fucking pussy. I was like, God damn it, dude. you were watching porn because you weren't getting laid. Telling everybody that you're not watching porn so that you're a better man is still not going to get you laid. Like, don't you get that those aren't really connected that way?
Yeah, and it's like his whole thing is like, how dare men think about having sex with women? Oh my God, what a travesty!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, and any sort of penetration is violence, according to him. If you watch it,
Wow.
it's actually really funny. All right.
So every time he eats something, he's being violently penetrated by his food.
Yeah.
This is
He
too
doesn't eat corn dogs
invasive.
anymore because he's just not into that.
It's like that corned beef hash was too violent.
All right, well, let's turn from bad science to good science.
Uh-oh.
This guy in nasty corn-filled Utah, whatever Utah has, potatoes. Maybe they have potatoes now. I don't know if they got that.
Sort of non-American Midwest.
Yeah, that's from the. Yeah, it's like.
Oh, is that the dude that got the HIV virus thing?
Mhm. So basically, this guy had a really aggressive form of leukemia, and he only had a little bit to live, and people usually don't live through this. At one point, it said his only goal was to make it to his 30th birthday. So they signed him, and he signed up to take part in this experimental cure, which took some form of the HIV virus, which is unique because it can change the genetic makeup of other cells. And basically, what they did was they took a non-lethal form of the HIV, and they took it and made it change his T cells, and now he's getting better.
Oh no, if I'm not mistaken, it doesn't affect the T cells. It affects the cancer cells. Like it's supposed to target T cells, it targets cancer cells or something like that?
It says in June's therapy, billions of T cells are taken from the patient's body. The T cells are taken into the lab where the DNA in the cells
Oh,
is
okay, just
altered.
altered by the HIV to kill the cell. Okay, I missed that part when I was reading it.
Then
I thought they
altered
altered
cells
the
are
HIV to affect the cancer
HIV
cells.
has been turned into something that can save lives.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
it's
the
interesting.
work of the devil.
Holy shit.
Soon it's going to be, what do you call it, nanobots, and then we'll have to worry about the silver thing.
Nanite.
No, don't start the video class. That's a bad idea.
That'll change
Oh,
everything.
I'm not going to do that now.
So pretty much it's just going to turn into like, what is it, Metal Gear Solid 4? We're all just being controlled by nanobots.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Or the Matrix.
Nanobots would be awesome. They could repair damage to your body within seconds, really.
Yeah.
Seconds.
Without surgery.
Yeah.
We would live forever.
Your appendix starts to rupture, they would just like fucking fix the tear. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
fuck it.
Real science. I absolutely know what I'm talking about.
I'm waiting to get jacked into the Matrix so I don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
I know.
All right. And now to bring up the thing that's going to make me and Mike get all angry at each other.
Yay.
Yay.
Because
What
you're
was
a
it again?
dick, Stabby.
Some lady
It's
had
only
a
because you're
nasty
wrong.
for JJ.
That's all.
I don't know.
You just get
There
over
we go.
that.
Mm.
So for the weaker stomachs out there,
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember now.
just to let you know. So, and I understand the point Mike was making. He was saying that it's victim blaming to point out that, I think it's funny that they made fun of her and she got really pissed. But at the same time, like anybody that looks different is going to be harassed in public. I mean, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that's the reality.
I'm not going to harass people for looking different.
Yeah.
Go out of my way to not harass people, actually.
And neither will I, but a bunch of teenagers are going to do it. That's just how that shit works.
And they're dickheads, and they're wrong. And that's it.
Yeah?
Yeah, actually, that's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Although it does look like her stomach is the portal for the 5 babies she claims came out of her through the belly button. If you look.
I like
And I don't think they stitched it closed after.
It could look like Satan's asshole. It doesn't make it okay to treat her like shit for it. Like,
But you look at the same thing, like if a fat dude's walking around in like a bikini bottom and nothing else, people are going to say shit. Because that's just weird and gross.
And those people are assholes.
I don't know that I necessarily agree with you on that. I think maybe they could be a little more circumspect. But, that's just part of...
I mean, if you're going up to them and like, look at this shit and start acting like they're kicking you or whatever, it's like, come on, really?
Yeah.
That what we're going for here? Like, that's what we're defending?
I'm not necessarily defending it as much as I'm saying, like, anybody who walks out into the street looking like that is definitely going to get mocked.
That she's going to get made fun of. I'm just saying, I don't think they should do that.
Now, let me read the open letter real quick. This is an open letter to the two guys and one girl who decided to skip work today in Sherwood Park where they were building a house, but instead decided to come to Alberta Beach to relax in the sun, enjoy the water, and some beers. I'm sorry if my first attempt at suntanning in bikini in public in 13 years grossed you out. I'm sorry that my stomach isn't flat and tight. I'm sorry that my belly is covered with stretch marks. I'm not sorry that my body is housed, grown, protected, birthed, and nurtured 5 fabulous, healthy, intelligent, wonderful human beings.
I like Nish's comment. He said, at that point, it's not a vagina, it's a clown car.
they fall out.
Yeah, it's not a birth canal anymore. It's a wide-mouthed river.
Yeah, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I mean, the thing that bothers me about this
machine gun
is her justification of the whole thing is that she's had 5 kids, so that makes everything like I don't know, man. I don't necessarily agree.
Is there's just a bunch of assholes on the beach, and that's it.
Oh, I'm gonna turn off.
Yeah, I don't know why she cared so much to write a thing about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't see what the point in writing to the internet. Like, what was she?
Or using like I've had 5 babies still on a special thing.
I mean, yeah. Does she want sympathy from like teens that are gonna read that?
Oh, 4chan is definitely going to team up and write her a letter, tell her how awesome she is.
Well, the thing that I don't understand is this is like the thing that she wants to avoid is people ridiculing her stomach. It's like putting it on the internet's going to do the exact opposite.
I mean, hopefully you get the good part of the internet, but that doesn't always come in by itself. You always get like the other part of it.
It's going to be like
the back door when you're not quite looking.
You deserve that. Go kill yourself, you stupid bitch. And then it's like,
like
I don't know what you
I
just think it's ridiculous if you look really gross to expect to be able to not hear any comment from anyone ever. Like when all she would have had to do is wear like a one piece and no one would have said shit.
Yeah, but
like,
all those other people had to do is not be assholes.
I don't know that that's necessarily
put all on the responsibility of her.
It's called shutting your face.
She didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't.
I think she could have covered that up. That's a really gross look.
Trying to gross anyone out. She was just.
I don't think she was trying to. I just think it ended up that way.
Stabby. I think
other people were trying
salty to. I think you're just a bit salty. You can't pull off the 2-piece bikini look.
So I mean, like if I was walking around in a 2-piece bikini, people are gonna fucking make fun of me, and I wouldn't have a problem with that. I would expect that because it just looked really weird and gross. I mean, my God.
Well,
she writes a letter as though she's not self-conscious about it, but she's obviously self-conscious about it. If people making fun of it really got to her that badly. I don't know. Maybe she just wanted something to write
about it, but
maybe she's one of those people that's like, I want to bring awareness to the problem, and then it will go away.
Yeah, that's not how it works on the internet, but I can see your point. No, I mean, but there's also freedom of speech. People get to say shit. It doesn't always have to be nice shit.
Yeah. I don't know. They have a right to say it. They're just, I have a right to call them dickheads for it.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much.
I agree they're dickheads, too. Like, the miming kicking her and stuff, that's pretty ridiculous, but...
Yeah, that's... I don't know.
I can see people going, man, that's really fucking gross. Why would you...
I've seen grosser things on fully clothed people, and I don't go just fucking with them for no reason. Like, it's just teenagers being assholes.
Oh, yeah, but then again, you gotta remember, teenagers are fucking sociopaths at that point in time.
Yeah, I was a teenager.
Developmentally, I don't think they have emotions.
I would have been right there, like, yeah, look at that ugly fucking bitch. Go cover yourself up. And I was a piece of shit.
I think my main issue with it is that she uses that she's had babies as a way to, like...
defend herself.
Yeah, make fun of her because she's had babies, and I'm just like, that's always one of my pet peeves is people...
I didn't have no babies.
Well, just people who try to justify stuff by
You don't have to
I
have babies to
don't
have
have to say
sex.
anything about it. You know, like
They
that's
can't
definitely
happen.
what biases me against her.
Yeah, it's like I've seen a bunch of stories of people using their kids to cut in line. Like, I've got a kid in the car.
Yeah, that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
for some reason they left their kid in the car with the windows open. Maybe they wanted to die.
If she'd written the article with less of a like having babies is a holy duty and everybody that does it is an amazing person,
Yeah.
I probably would be more inclined to side with her and less inclined to side with the
sounds like the
teenagers.
Haven't you heard? Every birth is a miracle.
Oh, fuck you.
Hundreds of billions of them.
Okay, you know what? Every birth might be a miracle, but not every baby is.
No, Stabby, you don't know until you've had kids.
Oh god, I got in an argument with the girl at work for that.
Take that.
So
Y'all
we
understand?
actually have one parent here. Let me just run this by you guys here. Oh no, I'm not allowing you to draw shit. Sorry.
Oh.
I'm smarter than that class.
It's in
I
the
am
mouth.
smarter than that. But there was a lady I worked with who or at the time had like a 3-year-old kid, and she made the excuse as to why she was like 10 minutes late to work, making me stay an extra 10 minutes. So I was already kind of pissy about that. That she had stayed up really, really late, bargaining with her kid to try to get her kid to go to sleep. And my immediate comment to that was
That's
like,
the stupidest excuse ever.
3-year-old.
Yeah.
You can't bargain with a 3-year-old over bedtime.
No.
Thinking I was being funny because it was just such a stupid concept.
You can
She
bargain
got
with them.
pissed.
It's just that they're not going to be reasonable.
See, small
She
children.
got
You have
mad.
You have to exercise your parental authority and be like, no, I don't give a damn what you say. You're going to bed right now.
Yeah, and if you
That is-
And you don't get any more chocolate milk, and you don't get 8 pizzas in a row or whatever.
and if it took you that long to like at least trick her into going to bed, like, you really got to evaluate your own intelligence.
Yeah.
Well, and
You could have
her
child
reasoning for
taken
why,
away if she's that incompetent.
well, and her reasoning for why I had no business criticizing that was that I don't have a kid, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's a pretty dumb argument. I mean, you might still know. I mean, to some extent, I would argue for that, for depending on the circumstance. But we all kind of learn how to handle kids at some point.
Kids aren't an instinctive behavior. Having kids doesn't mean you know how to raise them. It's a learned behavior.
Yeah.
That's-
Yes.
Wholeheartedly, your parents taught you how to handle kids. That's all your knowledge about handling kids is usually from your parents raising you and seeing other people raise their kids.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
Or trial and error.
I thought it was especially funny.
The last 8 kids died doing that. I guess I won't let this one.
It was really funny because at the through a good portion of high school, I was actually taking care of my baby sister, who was pretty close to that same age. I'm like getting her up and taking her to daycare, picking her up, bringing her home, fixing dinner and stuff like that. So, like, I had experience handling kids, and I knew that you can't bargain with a
Did you
3-year-old.
force
Really
the kid through part of your body because you don't know shit? If you
No, but did change diapers and bottle feed the baby multiple times. By the way, parents, if you're out there is no greater way to encourage your children to use birth control effectively and often than having them take care of a baby for like just a weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Waking
mean,
up at 4 in the morning to stick a bottle in a baby's mouth, you will always want to use a
this will
condom.
be your life. You do this.
like there will be birth control. No, I had a few experiences like that myself, and I remember fondly chasing my younger cousin around because she would refuse to get changed by me. I was like, small children are the most elusive creatures on the planet. I don't know how a...
It's worse than a greased pig.
I was going to say, it's like they've been greased.
Yes. It's like, I'm not exactly out of shape, but holy crap, this is really difficult.
Yeah, it's like worse
Oh,
than
yeah.
a battalion or like a regular Italian who's been greased up just a bit more.
Wow.
You know, class, you really need to get a camera. I'm telling you, you need a camera.
I know. Well, I had to put some of my camera fund into this fan.
Oh yeah. Well, cameras you can get them for like $9, $10 down at
Yeah.
like Best Buy. I've seen them for cheap ones. But just so people realize that when you make these terrible racist comments, I just want them to be able to see your face, so they can tell that you're not like fucking serious.
Doesn't matter, dude.
No, I know.
Well, you know,
Tell
it's
someone
gonna be.
I was joking. I wasn't serious, and they'll be like, "I heard you say it, and
Yeah,
I know
but
that you were
It's
serious."
gonna be hard to see my face through this white hood.
That is
All right. So
true.
speaking of racist comments that get you in trouble, have any of you guys heard about the thing just recently with Artie Lang?
No.
Oh, we're
Yeah,
not talking about new KKK.
No. Artie Lang
I
was a
swear, I was
comedian.
about to go on new KK little bit there.
Oh, you got a KKK bit? Bring it
No,
on.
no, I'm saying with him, I was like, he'd be perfect for the new KKK now because.
Oh, because he's not white?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wearing the
God.
hood and everything.
That's perfect. You know, if you want to dress like a KKK member, Klaus, I'm all down with that. So, Artie Lang went on a tweet thing. He made a bunch of tweets that were, tweeting a slew of sexual and racially charged jokes about a female African-American ESPN host. And he is now banned from being on any ESPN shows. He was going to be on them. I should point that out.
Oh, okay.
And now let me read you the
On the
tweets.
show, and he's like, "Yeah, look at her." Like, what is he doing?
Oh, she's super hot too. But let me just read you the tweets. So tweet number 1. The chick on ESPN's First Take is so fucking hot.
Hey,
Tweet number 2. Trying to maintain an erection and jerk off to chick on First Take, but they keep cutting back to Stephen A. Smith and the white guy. Frustrating. Tweet number 3. I want the chick on First Take to laugh at my white dick.
oh, I'm sure she would.
It's starting to go south.
Tweet number 4. Here's the scenario I'm using to jerk off to chick on First Take. I'm T. Jefferson, and she's my slave. She beats the shit out of me and runs free.
Okay.
Oh my!
Don't
keeps
get
getting-
weird.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
what
man.
drug was he on when he wrote this?
Artie Lang, probably cocaine. If I remember
Yeah.
correctly, he really likes the cocaine. Then there's
Yeah,
reparations. Wait, number 5. Then there's reparations. I make Skip Bayless my slave.
Okay.
Number 6. This is a goddamn mini-series. Number 7. Your thoughts? Number 8, the final one that really had anything to do with the actual original thing. I attempt to whip at Carrie Champion because you should always include the name of the person you're talking about.
Oh.
Oh.
Because she disrespected the Jefferson plantation, but she grabs whip and beats me. I come like a fat founding father.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that's... just...
And what was he
Well,
hoping
if,
to
if-
accomplish by doing this again?
He was
It
just
was-
making jokes. He's a comedian.
It's
If
the
I-
mystery tweet afterwards. It's tweet number 9. Meth is a hell of a drug.
Well, they banned him from ESPN, so he can't be on any of their shows. He was going to be on, I think At Midnight, was it? Some show like that.
Gonna
it was
be on First Take or whatever.
No, he wasn't going to be on
Okay,
that
well.
one. He wasn't
Yeah,
their
we-
favorite.
In
Yes.
his
Going on that show.
in his defense, Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith are pretty boring. I mean,
Well, I mean, the thing is,
I
it's
sigh a
obvious
bit
he
when
wasn't
they cut to him.
serious.
In his
Yeah.
defense,
You know what I mean? Like,
hopefully he wasn't being serious. Yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
but
he was just telling jokes. Some people are going to get offended. Some people aren't. Get over it. But you know, it just bothers me that like a lot of companies these days put so much stock to like Twitter storms
Yeah.
when it's such a minority of the real like people that actually buy their products or are involved in any way. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of people that got super upset. It was the social justice warriors, obviously. But, you know, there were probably only like maybe 1,000 of them compared to the probably 20 or 30,000 people that would have loved to watch the show on TV that he was going to be on. You know what I mean? Like, right or wrong, there's probably a lot more people that thought that was hilarious because they realized, oh, this is a comedian telling a joke.
Mhm.
I like the part in the scenario where the slave gets away and he gets beaten.
Yeah.
Like, at least he included that part.
It really wasn't racist. It was racial humor, but that's not the same thing as being racist.
I mean, how many times have we seen famous people, no matter what level they're at, do some shit on Twitter, like say something on Twitter, and then get in trouble for it? Like, if he is expecting to get like some PR out of it, like trying to be funny, it's like, I imagine people keep walking into the same fucking wall. Now that people are just leaving teeth on it. Because they keep just repeatedly walking into the same fucking wall.
I don't know. On the one hand, he was a dummy for doing it, but on the other hand, I'm a big champion of like free speech, and I don't think it's okay for that to keep happening. And I think people need to keep doing stuff like that until people finally get to the point where they're like, fine, whatever. People get to say what they want. I guess I don't get to get them fired for words.
Yeah.
You know, like
it's also tough because I mean I know celebrities are held to a higher standard for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't get that at all. They're just people.
Yeah, but they're also people that are generally drugged out. But
lots of them do the cocaine. The cocaine and the weed, man.
I could kind of see
That allows them to do that.
where ESPN would be coming from, because he did reference their show, and that did probably offend.
And one of the people on the show, he
at
actually
least
included in one of the
people
tweets.
on that show.
Yeah.
And how fast are really sports kind of, agencies? Like how fast are they on turnaround to just kind of drop somebody?
No. There may have been other reasons that they were going to drop him anyway, and he was just smart enough because he thought it'd be funny, and he knew he was going to get fired. Like, he probably saw it coming, who knows?
Yeah.
Or he just had a couple of beers and was just riffing. He's one of those people that tends to do a lot of the roast stuff.
Oh, okay.
He's more of a roast-style comic, one of those people that just, he'll do audience work and make fun of people in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
And, I find that stuff funny, but I can understand other people not. I just don't understand how somebody makes a joke, you decide that they need to not have a job. Because it was a Twitter someone was telling ESPN to fire him, and they did.
And what's actually funny about that is Stephen A. Smith actually got suspended a few times, because ESPN particularly is really trigger happy when it comes to unpaid suspensions with their anchor. So if they say anything that's not PC or that's not.
Oh God! Well, what was his name that was calling sports people monkeys?
Oh, I don't know.
I forget what his name was, but he kept saying, he kept referring to him like, "Oh, look at the little monkey run" and stuff like that. And you're like, "Oh, that's way worse."
What about the nappy-headed hose guy?
Yeah, I was about to mention that. That's probably my favorite TV Rachel slip-up that I've ever seen.
Oh man, when you see the racism just come out right there, no doubt. That's not a joke. That's just an asshole.
What was it? The guy on was it Fox or something? The Sunday, for football, he did the intro forever, the intro song.
Oh yeah, the guy, Monday Night Football guy.
Yeah, he said one terrible thing. Obviously, it's very racist. It was horrible thing.
I think he called Obama a monkey or something.
Yeah, man, his ass dropped so hard and he completely replaced. His head spun off. I'm sure his Cowboys.
There's got to be.
Yeah, I think they still have his head on a spike in front of the Cowboy Stadium or something.
Yeah.
Oh, there's got to be a line out the door of people that can do their job too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sports announcing can't be that hard. There's got to be a ton of people who know, just sitting on their couch at home, know as much as the people who are talking on TV, if not more, and can do the funny voice.
Yeah, I imagine sportscasters, especially on ESPN, they don't do much. They're as replaceable as AA batteries.
And it's the bottom of the fourth. It's not hard to talk in that voice.
Yeah.
It's it's one of the reasons why I criticize Rooster Teeth's The No.
Mm-hmm.
They have a video game news thing, and it's essentially just a copy of every news channel's news that's ever been done.
It was so off-putting the first time I heard their voices in the first episode, because I'm used to them talking normally, like regular human beings on other shows, and then they're like, "Hey, we're television presenters now," and it's like, "Whoa, what the fuck just happened?"
Yeah, I just expect better.
So anyway, speaking of ESPN, they recently copied a segment from Tosh.0. Have you guys ever watched that? Yeah,
I've
they
heard of
copied
it.
Oh
the,
yeah,
they
they
copied
did
the web
the
redemption segment, pretty much.
verbatim.
Yeah, verbatim.
Wow.
And
James, I'm
Tosh,
with you.
so Tosh did this whole 5-minute segment on his show about ESPN, and he just ripped him to shreds. Basically saying everything we said, but much better, much more fluently, and
Well, he's a professional comedian. We're just a bunch of assholes.
yeah.
Comedians.
Oh God, no, Tosh is up.
He was
Tosh is
like,
awesome.
yeah. He was like, for every he copied another one of their segments, which is sports science, and he said, for every 45 seconds ESPN, there are 217 off. I forgot the word he used, but basically terrible puns. It's so spot on. They really try and jam puns up there. By the time you're finished watching ESPN,
Your ass is just full of puns.
yeah.
And still me up there.
You've been thoroughly punished.
Ba-bum.
Wow.
Sorry.
And the
That was,
podcast
that was pretty good. I like that.
Podcast. Goodbye. Oh man.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you see the thing about NASA?
Yes.
Yes.
The guy with the shirt.
I'm glad we got to the NASA
They
thing before we
landed a
got.
probe on Kim Kardashian's asteroid. Oh wait, no, that was a different.
Oh no, I was talking about the shirt complaints. Did you see that?
Oh no, what happened?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Share with us.
Okay. So if you can see the guy's shirt here,
It's ruining the world.
it's got like a bunch of like 80s style glam rock chicks on there, like hard rock glam chicks from like 80s movies. So the complaint was that he wore the shirt, so that invalidates everything else he could possibly have done that was good, because now he's a sexist pig man. And there's a lot of people who are like, I guess, trying to get him fired. The social justice warrior stuff.
He's a huge hog beast.
See that's retarded.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
It's
All his
pretty ridiculous to.
contributions. He
Mhm.
wore a shirt.
And we just talked today about, I think, like two, or at least one major advance in hard science. It's just ridiculous to think that they face being fired over some BS like that.
Yeah. Well, and
referencing
you know what the really funny part? Do you know who
Yeah.
made that shirt for him? Was
Oh,
just
a woman.
Girl.
Oh,
So
I-
here's the question: is that chick
Yeah.
mad because she was on the shirt, or because she wasn't on the shirt?
Oh.
You know, the one that originally complained.
Yeah, and I saw something
Just jealousy.
kind of related to that. It's related to like the fashion sense of scientists. Keira Knightley, who's an actor, who's basically Natalie Portman light, or Natalie Portman.
Their mothers have gotten them confused.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's literally true. Like, they
Yeah.
were both working on the Star Wars, because
Oh.
what's her name played Padme, and then
Yeah.
Keira Knightley played the one that was imitating her. Though I don't think anybody realized it wasn't actually Natalie Portman.
No, I didn't
And
either.
so on set, I guess their mothers actually would get them confused and like start talking to one thinking they were talking to the other.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty
So
funny.
anyway, she was at a party for a bunch of like Silicon Valley tech giants, some CEOs and stuff, and she was surprised to learn that they wear Crocs to the party.
Oh, that surprised her?
Yeah, like enough to talk about it on CNN. There was a whole interview that she did where she was like, and in the comments, the top comment was, "This is the
Scientists wear
equivalent of,
Crocs was on fucking CNN. Just
Yeah.
give me a minute.
it was on the CNN money section, so this is supposed to be business oriented.
Awesome.
Anyway, the top comment was, "This is the equivalent of a varsity cheerleader wandering into an AV club."
I just don't. Why is this was on even? Who puts that on a national news program?
Oh, CNN's a tabloid now.
Yeah,
They're-
just wear clothing that isn't cool.
You know what? I'm gonna go to
You
the
fucking
front page of CNN right now. Okay, Ebola patient heads to U.S. Let's see, a bunch of stuff about ISIS, FBI suicide letter to MLK, which has been all over the internet. They probably got that story from Reddit. It's been about 5 times.
That's been the funniest part about all those major news corporations over the last like 3 or 4 years. They
Yep.
keep taking shit that's just not true from places like Reddit or like 4chan, and then
Okay.
posting it as though it were news.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Now we're getting into the meat of CNN. Man shows loose skin after weight loss. Celebs with surprising degrees.
Oh, this is
World's-
the meat and potatoes.
World's tallest man meets the world's shortest. Baby boogies to birthday card. How cute. 80 spectacular photos in 25 all-inclusive resorts. What's this? Sending us stuff. So yeah, things to do in NYC before you die. And rape allegations won't go away. That's a bit of a serious one, but I mean that's out of a list of about 15 stories. You got one serious thing.
You had to have it somewhere. I mean, you want to try to look legitimate.
Yeah.
Try being the key word.
Oh, here's a good one. Is China's new stealth, and stealth is in quotes because why not? Is China's new stealth fighter battle ready?
It's
And-
also a mech.
Yeah, what is it doing? Like, why would it do that? Why is stealth in quotes? Like, is it not really a stealth thing?
I don't know. I don't know what
Didn't
they're
they
implying
recently
there.
make a saltwater car?
Saltwater, what?
A car that runs off of saltwater.
I don't know.
Wouldn't that be like bigger news than a lot of that stuff?
That'd be a game changer.
Yeah, see, and I wouldn't know because I visited CNN.
I kind of doubt it. What?
So yeah, it's a real thing. It's gotten
Wow.
approval in Europe. It works similar to a hydrogen fuel cell, except that the liquid used for storing energy is salt water, which is much easier. Like, I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys know a lot about hydrogen, but hydrogen is the smallest atom
It's a battery, basically.
or smallest molecule, or whatever. So there's really nothing that can contain hydrogen for any length of time,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
it's essentially like it's sort of like layering chain link fences and trying to hold in sand. Like, you can hold some of it, but it just keeps leaking out through like whatever the walls of the container are.
That's why the hydrogen
So-
economy's fucked.
Well, that's why hydrogen fuel cell cars really aren't likely to work very well. But they're actually using it using salt water, and yeah, it runs the same way. It just passes between two membranes, and that just creates an electric charge. The electricity is then stored and distributed by supercapacitors. The car carries the water. Yeah, travels up to 373 miles overall on one tank. And it's approved in Europe, and it's like, why not? Why is this not more covered than all these other things? Like, scientists wear Crocs, you know, like fucking. That's astonishing. That's a car that could end oil dependency.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Except for the fact it uses salt water, and there's probably a limited amount of that, and so we're just gonna drain the hell out of it if we make it mass.
We live like 40 minutes from the coast,
Not
and also you can just get water and add salt. You don't actually use seawater.
no, but we have to like produce that somehow, like in at massive quantities.
But
Think
the
of-
water's not destroyed. They're not burning the water. The water just gets passed through a membrane, and then by being passed through that generates the electricity. You can still use the water when you're done. Like, you can desalinate it and then add more salt again, or use it
So
again, or you
You're
can.
telling me the water continues to exist after
Yeah.
we've used it for something. That I don't think
That's
that.
not very good capitalism there. We
I
have
don't
to.
get it.
You
I
have to
don't
have
get how it
waste.
works still.
Yeah, it's not like the water becomes toxic afterwards. You can just like desalinate it and use it for drinking water. Like, you could probably, you know, who knows? Maybe they could set that up in a future version where it just pops out fucking bottled water in the back of the car
Water's
while it's
not
running.
being used. What is it there for? I don't get it.
The water, as the water passes from one tank to another tank through a special membrane, it generates electricity via that process of the molecules moving around in a certain way with certain
Yeah.
materials. It's the same way the hydrogen worked. The hydrogen itself wasn't burned. The hydrogen was being forced through a material that caused it to generate electricity basically static.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware. I could obviously be wrong because I'm kind of a dummy, but
So it wouldn't work the
We've
same
had
thing
to,
like the
some of them
hydrogen
would
car
agree.
worry, where like if they crash they would explode. Like
yeah,
that
they
was
were
the
really
big-
concerned about that, which was probably a fair concern. But this would be totally different. Yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is probably not gonna be a game changer. That there's probably something in the process that's gonna stop it from taking off.
Yeah, anybody who has a business interest in oil is going to stop it from taking off.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
that's really not enough if it works.
This kind of seems like the thing that Thunderfoot comes through and says, no, it's not a good idea at all.
Yeah, it
it's
sounds like
possible, yeah.
BS to me. I don't understand where
But what I don't understand is
they're
why
getting
that
the energy.
is, even if this particular idea
membrane.
doesn't.
Like, I don't get it.
Well, but even if this particular idea doesn't work, it shows that we're working in that process. That's more newsworthy to me than like some scientist wearing Crocs.
Oh yeah, no. For sure. I agree with that.
Yeah.
it's such bullshit.
I don't know if this
Because
is
it
actually
could
going to
potentially
work.
do some good. Who the fuck cares about the biggest gingerbread house that was ever made or whatever, some shit like that? It's like, I don't care. It's like,
I care about that
care
even
about the
more.
shit.
dying right now, and we're talking about, this type of bullshit.
I'm a
It's
fat
2 weeks
motherfucker.
before
I want to know where the
Thanksgiving,
biggest gingerbread house is. I'll be there.
It's 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, man. I want to know about Christmas stuff. Come on.
We haven't had. Yeah, there's a lot of Christmas stuff out in the stores
Thanksgiving
already.
is Christmas part 1, okay? That's what it is now.
Oh man.
Thanksgiving now is fueling yourself up so you have enough strength and energy to stab, maim, and just blitz your way through malls on Friday.
Yeah, it's
it's
a pre-battle snack. Basically.
Yeah.
Now they're forcing people to come in and open stores all the time on Thursday on the actual Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Costco made the news because they were like, nope, we're not going to be open on Thanksgiving Day. Our employees want to spend time with their family. We think they should.
And Costco, is probably one of the nicest corporations then for that, because everyone's
well,
gonna
they
be like,
pay
"What
their
the shit's
employees
going on? Aren't we supposed to be draining all our bank accounts?" And
Didn't last year Walmart start a collection fund so that their employees could eat for Thanksgiving or something like
Yes.
Yeah, they started like a food drive, which is really
Got a
cool.
food
that?
drive.
Walmart.
It's like, hey,
Nobody
we
questions
Suckers.
like, hey, we make billions of dollars, but we can't afford to pay our workers.
And
rent
what
for
percentage
you.
of their employees are still on welfare and food stamps? It's like, you make
All
that
of
much
them?
money. Yeah, and it's like,
Yeah.
All of them qualify.
where's the money going? Into one dude's pocket or some shit. And it's
Well, no,
like,
here's the best part. Walmart still gets paid things like there's still places where they'll pay Walmart like $10 million to put a store in. Like the government will pay.
We'll pay you lots of money to ruin the economy in this area.
Yeah, please come in and ravage all the mom and pop shops. They're getting on my nerves.
And we want to make sure that we maintain slavery in places like China and India. So
Oh,
if
yeah.
you guys could keep having slave labor over there,
That'd be
where
cool.
they have to put nets around all their buildings to keep people from killing themselves
Give
because
you
they
tax
don't want to be
breaks.
there anymore.
it is a
That'd
dark
be awesome.
Oh, and what happens if Walmart starts to fold? Oh no, we can't let Walmart fold. We gotta give them a bunch of money and
fucking-
bail them out. I
That
guarantee
shit.
that would happen.
That shit pisses me off when they keep bailing out these companies that should fucking fail.
Then they have record-breaking profit margins as soon as they get bailed out.
Yep. And then the best part is when the company comes back and tries to sue for their company back instead of getting it back by the legitimate way. I think that's what happened with AIG.
Yeah.
They
The
don't
guy,
want to pay.
yeah, the guy who owned AIG previously is trying to sue to get it back because the government just can't come in and pay for whatever they want to keep their corporation from failing.
Yeah.
That's all. Don't do that.
And then expect to get paid back.
Yeah,
That's the main issue. They shouldn't expect to get paid back.
This is charity.
Some of these cocksuckers should not only not get paid back, they need to go to jail for the shit that they do.
Oh yeah, they were blatantly selling mortgages or giving mortgages to people they knew couldn't pay.
Yeah.
Like that's actually illegal. A lot of and a lot of
And they
people that did go to
don't
jail weren't the people who were the ones forcing that through.
Because any punishment isn't enough of a deterrent for them to care. It's just the cost of doing business at one point.
Yeah, I actually have a friend who works in realty, and She was through that whole thing. She was like a bunch of people she knew who were realtors and lenders were going to jail, despite the fact that they really had no say in whether or not these people got the loans.
It's called a
that's
scapegoat.
just sad.
Hey, blame the wrong people.
I blame
Yeah.
the Jews.
Who?
What the government should have
Whoa,
done?
whoa, whoa, hold on. What group do we hate?
They're Juden.
Oh, the Jews. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
fucking
goddamn
Jews.
Jews.
They ruin everything. They've taken over Hollywood.
Yep.
So let's see. So we've made fun of Eastern Europeans, Italians,
Jews are pissed right now.
KKK/black people, and
So white and black, yeah.
I like how I like how I categorize that in the same
Eastern European KKK members.
who are Jewish.
And
Jewish
we've
are really
proposed
pissed
to
right now.
oppress women. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, female ones.
And Sabby
Yeah,
oppresses
that's gonna get
women.
us a lot of
T-shirts.
love.
Let's not forget that the opening of the show.
Dead puppy.
Oh right, yeah.
So speaking of the oppression of women, the blatant
Hey.
oppression of women,
Full circle.
Time recently, they do this. What word should be banned in what X year every year, I believe. Actually, this is the 4th annual poll, and so this year,
How did you get that completely backwards, sir?
huh?
Hmm?
What?
Backwards.
What did I do?
You're completely flipped mirror image.
Really?
No, that's just you.
Yeah.
Oh, is that just me? You guys can see it fine?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, I'm flipped mirror image wise though. That's weird.
So anyway, every year they
Huh.
have this poll, and
You see a doctor.
this year the word that made the top of the list of words that we should ban was feminist.
Shit.
At least so far, it's still going. I voted
It
on
was a
yes,
fucking landslide too.
Yeah,
Not
it's
even
fine.
fucking
Oh.
close.
but
See,
CNN's not calling it yet. We don't have the results in. We want you to keep watching till 1 o'clock tomorrow.
What is number 2?
Bay.
What the fuck is that?
It's
And
like
actually, I hate that word more.
It's
To be honest.
your
vote-
your significant other.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's babe missing
Hey,
a
babe.
letter.
yeah.
It's my
For
bad.
people that are too lazy
I don't have
for
a problem with
the
it.
extra, the other half of the syllable.
And to be
Yeah.
black and have an accent while typing.
Yeah.
And I don't like.
Bunch of white people.
I don't have a
pretending
problem
to
with
be
nom nom. That's
No.
fine. But yes, yeah, I want that to go away.
Yeah,
I want
they-
it to die. I
Nom
want it.
nom nom is just 3
Yeah,
things.
we already have yes. YUSSS.
See,
As
I
opposed to
don't,
YASSS.
Yes.
This is like 5 S's.
No,
Uh,
I'm pretty sure that's when you're looking at some girl's ass.
Oh, and
yeah.
Really excited.
we have a crowd favorite, Bossy, which was up for banning.
I thought that was funny because that's the only word of the group of words that actually had an entire political campaign like
Ban Bossy.
done to ban it to get rid of that word, and like it's not even close to like second place even.
No.
I don't
but
understand why we need to
for-
ban any words at all. I don't get
For
that.
some reason, they want to ban kale.
I like words. I like having a diversity of words, an economy of words, if you will.
To
Yeah,
me,
but-
the concept of banning words is like burning books.
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't
just
make
dumb.
Yeah.
You're not accomplishing anything.
I mean, some words are fucking useless when there's other words that you can use, but you know,
that actually make you sound like a coherent person.
Well,
But why
language
eliminate
evolves.
the possibility of using the other words? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, it's mostly just slang. People hate slang.
Yeah.
But people
and,
use slang all the fucking time, and they invent new ways
Exactly,
of using
yeah.
slang all the time.
Yeah, what it really comes down to is people are just resistant to change. They just don't like it when
No,
they
they
hear
get
something
tired
new
of
over
shit.
and over again.
Shit gets run into the ground is the problem. Humans take something and then they're like, yay! And they take it all the fucking way to the extreme. There's no moderation. And then people are like, I'm sick to fucking death of this now.
Yeah, no moderation. You know what we should do
Oh,
is
no.
just ban those words outright.
Freaky face.
That's a great idea, Mike.
When
we
someone
ban
thinks
this
something
face?
new, just snuff it out. Snuff it out. You got this great idea. No, you don't. And then just like the word Gestapo are gonna like pick them up and just kind of wheel them off.
The word Gestapo.
That's a really good point. I like that. That's the word Gestapo. I'm gonna. Yay! Hashtag word Gestapo.
Okay, that is probably one of my pet peeves. Are freaking pound signs? They're pound signs.
Yeah, when
Fucking hashtag.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Hashtag get over it.
Oh,
No.
you got pwned.
No.
Oh god. Yeah, no, that does bother me too. I just find that terribly funny. There's a whole generation of people that will never know that's called the pound sign at all. None of them.
It ruined it for me when I saw it was like this little meme saying it's like I never knew that there was a hashtag on an old phone. Like they took a look at an old phone
No.
and they're like, oh, I never knew there were hashtags back then. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, back then it was
Nope.
just the number sign. That's
Yes.
what everyone called it.
I've been there too.
Or a mini tic-tac-toe.
So, oh yeah, yay.
No, I just think people are uncultured.
That's like a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
I don't know, but on the other hand, language evolves.
Yeah,
You know,
I
like,
mean that's the direction.
Cool and radical used to be much more used than they are now.
Language has never changed. We can prove it.
Okay. How? Go.
We can't.
Hard evidence. That's how we'll prove
I
it.
can see. Yeah.
Jesus, Mike.
Oh, you don't have a
The mayor
camera.
of Arizona has assured me that he has proof. Positive. 100%.
Wait, but you are the Baron of Arizona.
My dog's better than your dog.
Factually. Yeah, probably. My dog's dead, remember?
Oh. Well, my dog definitely smells better.
I mean, if your dog really wants to dig mine up and, engage in battle, sure.
That might be a really funny video.
Stabby his dog.
just a dog digging up
undead dog.
Pay-per-view.
but not like chewing it up or dragging it around, but like literally trying to play with it like dogs play. That'd be like such a really funny and like poignant video.
Zombie dogs.
Like, oh, it doesn't know the other dog is dead.
Hey,
Rolling a ball over.
if you order within the next 10 minutes, we can guarantee that you'll receive my dead puppy. My actual dead puppy.
It's a 40 Mike special.
Yeah,
Oh man.
that takes premium, though.
Oh, what was it? I was thinking it would be a really good movie. Speaking of animals, and in general,
Dead
was-
animals.
Inigo Mouse Toya, where you essentially like
You killed my
It's-
father. Prepare to die.
Squeak,
he
squeak.
sees like a housewife pulling his dad out of like a mouse trap, like a little mouse, and then you see him like working out and practicing with like a toothpick, and then it wakes up the mom. She's like sleeping. It crawls up on her face, starts poking her nose, and then she wakes up and it just starts doing the speech, but all in like eek eek squeak, and it's all translated on the bottom. So she freaks out and throws it against the wall, and it dies, sliding down. But the movie has hope at the end, where another little baby mouse is watching and just like getting ready.
Rinse
And
and
it's just a
repeat.
perpetual like mouse vengeance movie or something.
See, that's why we
probably,
need
like-
to kill. That's why we need to kill all the Jews so that none of them can see.
Yeah, see. That way their children
How could
Oh.
you kill the Jews from that?
They are the rats of Europe.
I mean,
They must be exterminated.
Oh,
really,
oh no.
Jews, the second,
See,
they really tried to
Oh,
wipe out
man, it's
all
all
the
coming
Native
off the
Americans at
rails.
first. We
The
need to
ethnic pool of
then
Deutschland must be cleansed.
Oh god.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the Untitled Studios
prepare
podcast.
to die.
It always makes me want to cry at the
I
end.
think it's just tradition that we have something terribly racist.
No, I think
And,
we covered
this
that.
is-
We covered that. We don't have to say anything
Yeah,
more.
we need a real racist joke at the end.
thank you for joining us. We had Class, Hearth, Mike, and Stabby, and we hope you come back next time. See you guys later.